he's on top. Million subs, he never gonna flop. Out of Chicago, where the streets don't sleep. Betting on games, making cash real deep. Crystal ball for sports, he knows the lines. He's a sports aficionado, the money he finds. From football to basketball, he's always on point. Predicting winners never disappoints. He's got that hustle, that Chicago vibe. Making moves on the streets, cash on the side. With E, you know it's always a bet. He's the king of the game, never forget.
Hello and welcome to the Etoft21Sports show for June 24th. How is everyone doing? My name is Eric. I'm the man behind Etoft21Sports. Absolutely loaded episode for you today. My boy, Jake, a.k.a. the Money Badger. He is on. Him and I are going to share our MLB bets for tomorrow. Plus, Gino will have his horse racing by the day. Before we get into all that, thank you to the sponsor of the show, justouttennis.store. Go to justouttennis.store. Use promo code ETOFT21. Get 10% off your total order. And ProphetX. Guys, peer-to-peer betting, obviously going to be the future of the sports betting. FanDuel keeps on shooting himself in the foot. The 50-cent tax per bet in Illinois is going to be coming to your state soon. And with that, other sports books will follow. Plus, they just released something today, new terms where they feel if you are betting with other people, they can negate your wager. So guys, this peer-to-peer stuff, this is going to be the future. So make sure to download ProphetX. Use promo code ETOFT21. Now let's jump in and see what Gino's horse racing bet of the day from Penn National is.
Best bet for this week is going to come at Penn National. These races have actually been rescheduled a couple different times, but they look like they're going to run on Friday. Fingers crossed. The Penn Mile is going to go as race number 6. I've been waiting for States' Rights to run back. This horse had a brutal trip on April the 12th at Keeneland. He got stuck in some traffic. He had to alter course a couple different times, and he's flying late and just misses. He finished his second that day. It was a really nice effort from States' Rights. He's 8-1 on the morning line. Honestly, if he's anything 4 or above, I think that's really fair value because Dream On's going to take a little bit of money, but Zulu Kingdom certainly the horse to beat in here. So he'll take a ton of action, as will Out on Bail and Me Bago. I think if we can get 4-1 or above on States' Rights, this one should come running late. Best of luck playing the races this week. The Grade 3 Penn Mile, race number 6 on Friday. Tune in each week for the best information in all of sports from Eric.
Make sure to give my boy Gino a follow at It's Me Gino B. Make sure to check out drf.com. Guys, I'll be doing some stuff with Gino on drf.com, so make sure you check out. Get ready for that. Now, let's welcome my boy Jake, a.k.a. Money Badger Jake, to the show. Jake, how you doing today, my man?
I'm good. What's up with you?
I'm pretty good. But before we get into all this, my girl Avery wants to know, before we start, better summer treat, popsicle or ice cream? Avery wants to know, man. What are you rocking, dude?
It depends on the day, and it depends on the ice cream. If it's soft serve ice cream, I'm going with a popsicle 10 out of 10 times. But nothing beats the hard serve chocolate chip mint. Nothing, no sprinkles, nothing on it. I'm going with that 10 out of 10 times. I've always loved chocolate chip mint ice cream. It's the go-to. But if I'm at like a picnic or something or a barbecue, I'll down a couple popsicles.
I'm more of an ice cream guy, man. Give me an ice cream. I was so disappointed today, dude. I had to go to the Dermo. Coming back from the Dermo, there's this place called Buffalo and Ice Cream Parlor. I had to drive by. I was like, dude, I'm so going to stop there and just destroy a freaking Mackinac Island fudge. And it shut down. Like, I had no idea. I felt that's the most disappointed I've been in a while. I was so disappointed for that.
I would have been making a fortune these last few days with it being 1,000,000 degrees up there.
It is so freaking hot in Chicago. Like, it is. Oh my God. I like, for you, it's nothing. You're in Florida, but for me, a Michigan boy, this is a hard time for me. Like
it was just snowing last week up there for you guys.
Like the winter, I'm fine, dude. I'm like walking around in like a long sleeve. I'm fine. Like shorts sometimes. I'm fine. This stuff, when it's over 90, dude, the kid is struggling, dude. Struggling.
Like the first time I was on the show was for college basketball, and you're like, yo, send some of the warm weather up north. It's freezing up here. And And now here we are, full circle.
I know,
Full
dude.
circle, and you're like, yo, it's too hot.
I'm just one of those guys that likes to bitch, dude. Like I've been known to bitch a little bit, but I
Let
can't.
it out.
You know what? It could always be worse. It could always be worse.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff going on in the sports world, dude. We got trades. The big rumor going on is Jaylen Brown could be going to Miami now for Bama out of Bayou. Thunder just run their first title. What is your big takeaway from the weekend, my friend?
Well, I mean, from the weekend, I'm going to have to start with Tyrese. I hate to see it. And I more hate to see it, not only his instance, but we saw Tatum go down. We saw Kyrie, who just turned down his option. I think he's re-signing a huge deal with the Mavs, rightfully so. I mean, they're going to get Cooper Flag. But I don't like this for two reasons. One, obviously, you hate to see good talent go down, good young talent go down like that. Two is I already was frustrated with the NBA with sitting out and managing minutes certain ways and not being able to, as cappers, we want to be able to project who's going to play what minutes and who's going to sit and not sit and get some CLV on those games. And then when coaches are sitting their stars last minute for a rest day, there's nothing that irks me more than that, which I understand it to an extent, but I also hate it for my own selfish purposes. So that stinks. Staying in the NBA world, I mean, this offseason is going to be crazy. It's already been pretty crazy. You just mentioned who knows where Jaylen Brown's going to go. I know the Celtics are already trying to clear up some salary cap, sending Porzingis to Atlanta. Poor Drew Holiday's career is over now in frickin' Portland. Poor guy. He got his ring, but
he got two.
Obviously KD. Yeah, two.
Yeah.
But obviously then the big KD news going to the Mavs, which I'm curious to hear your opinion on that trade because I think that was a great trade for the Suns, not as much for the Mavs. I mean, getting KD is definitely an asset, but I think they gave up way, way too much for he turns 37 in September, so we have a 37-year-old KD who really, in retrospect, only won a ring with Golden State Warriors, arguably the best team ever put together. Anywhere he went, he was always with superstars, Booker, and Beal, and then in Brooklyn he had Kyrie and Harden, and before on the Thunder he had prime Russ and Harden, and he can only win with Golden State, with arguably the best team. So I think it was way too much. They traded away their defense. They traded away a top 10 draft picks, second round draft picks. What do you think, though?
I mean, like, that's one of those things, like, if they make it to the conference finals, you know what I mean? If they can win it all going through the West, is it worth it? Yeah. But, it's always kind of hard to kind of like, and what does the 10th pick turn out to be? I'm not the biggest Jalen Green guy. I think the fact they were able to keep Thompson, Sagoon.
Yeah, Alperin and Fred.
I think that was huge. The fact you didn't get off those guys, you kept Jabari Smith, you got off Jalen Green, who, let's face it, he didn't look that good in the playoffs. He was really kind of a little bit of a liability in the playoffs. He had that one good game against the Warriors. I thought they would have gotten more. Like, I was a little surprised it was that little.
So we're on the opposite side here.
Yeah. Well, like when you see like what the other packages were, like the Timberwolves offered Dante, Gobert, Dillingham, Ty Shannon, and I think 2 or 3 first-round picks. To me, that package seems a little bit better than what they got.
What did Miami offer?
Miami just offered. They said they couldn't get rid of who's that guy that they love? Jokovic?
Oh no,
James. Yeah, James.
Jamie. Yeah,
and the guy that went to UCLA. They want to get rid of him. I don't know, but you're right though. He's 38 years old. Can he fit into everything? How is this offense going to look with him there now? Him having the ball taken out of Sagoon's hand, who is Djokovic Jr. There's a lot of little moving pieces there, and who really knows? I mean, and now do the Suns move on from Booker? Because the big rumor is Booker possibly to the Pistons. I don't know. Like, it's always interesting in the NBA, kind of like how everything kind of turns out.
For sure.
My big takeaway. All right, ready? We're gonna talk futures, okay? We're going to talk Milwaukee Bucks 90-1 to win the NBA title. Okay, now hear me out. I think it's the best value on the board right now. Because all they have to do is if they make it, the number being so big, they make it to the conference finals, we can easily hedge out. Now let's just take a look at the East. You got the Cavs right now plus 850 to win it. They're the favorite coming out of the East. These are championship odds. People love Donovan Mitchell, but we need to be honest. This is the second team that Mitchell was the guy, the highest seed in the conference, and got bounced early in the playoffs. He has shown he's not a playoff closer. Next up, we have the Knicks. We don't even know who their head coach is right now. And we're assuming that they're going to be able to be effective when you play two guys that can't defend in Cat and Brunson. Plus, there's this weird situation going on with Rick Brunson. Is he going to be on the staff? Is he going to be off the staff? There are reports that some players weren't fans of him. So whichever way you're going to go, it possibly could create a chemistry issue. If you don't bring him back, is Jalen Brunson, their best player, going to be pissed off? If you bring him back, is like OG and Cat, whoever had issues with him, are they going to be pissed off? We talked about the Celtics. Tatum, arguably their best player, is out with an Achilles injury. They just traded Drew Holiday. They just traded Porzingis. Now there's all these rumors that Jaylen Brown is on the move. So they're treating this like a punt. They're punting on next year as a gap year. The Magic, last time you were on, I believe it was you, I gave out taking the Magic to win it. So we already have a position on the Magic.
You were off the Bucks because you didn't know where Giannis, what was going to happen in this offseason.
But now it's kind of like stuff has changed. And I feel like with a better, that's kind of what we have to do. Like at 90-1, I mean, when we look at the Magic, we got Desmond Bane. That makes them better. But no one on that team has any playoff pedigree.
Experience, right. And we've clearly seen a lot of the young guys other than OKC, their younger team. They got it done. Indiana.
But they had that run before. They had like 2 years ago. They played in the playing game, lost to the Jazz, and they were the top seed, lost in the semifinals to the Thunder. Then you have Philly. We already have a position on Philly last time you're on, but then again, you got Embiid. Can you really trust him? Now we're to the Bucks. They have Giannis, still one of the best players on the planet, easily one of the top 3 players in the league, still in his prime. Could he get traded? Sure. Could it happen tomorrow at the draft? Sure. But nothing has happened yet. In fact, and I didn't tell you this, someone I know saw him at the local DMV recently. Why the hell are you at the DMV if you're going to get traded? The DMV is a nightmare. Why are you there?
For real.
The Milwaukee media is basically saying
news guys.
The Milwaukee media saying he's staying. And we need to remember the Bucks front office has a track record of making bold moves to keep him happy. Nobody saw them trading for Drew Holiday, and they did that, and they won a championship. Yeah. No one saw the Dame trade coming. They did that. This front office knows they can make moves quietly when they want to. Even if they don't make another move, you still have Giannis, who's proven he can carry a team to a title. He's motivated. He's in his prime. He's sitting at 90-1, dude. 90-1 for the Bucks to win the title. That's just way, 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 way too good of odds to pass up. So look, man, I'm doing it, dude. Give me the Milwaukee Bucks 90-1 to win the NBA title.
Who to win the East?
The Bucks, baby. The Bucks.
I know. I'm saying, what are their odds to win the East?
They're not up. They're not up yet. They're not up. And like, dude, I'll be honest. Like, even if Halliburton didn't go down, I was still going to take this bet just because we don't know what's going on with Turner. They have a lot of little cap situations. The Pacers do. And we've never seen a team in recent history make the finals, then do another repeat of it. So, I'm gonna take them. Here we go. Does any rookie besides Flag offer value as rookie of the year? All right, so let me pull up these rookie of the year odds. Okay.
I'll say this: I've always liked Trey Johnson. No clue where he's gonna go. A lot of this depends on where these guys get drafted. I'm guessing he's gonna be a top 5 pick, maybe going to Charlotte or something like that. Trey Johnson out of Texas. Might make a name for himself in the association.
You like Trey John? Yeah, he was good. He was good at Texas, dude. God,
He was
good.
so good.
I
Composed, professional.
And he had a shitty coach and was still doing good, man. Yeah, he could be a ball. He could go as high as 3 to Philly because what's his face? Bailey really doesn't want to go there for whatever reason. He kind of wants to go to Washington, which is
weird, which makes sense. But him and Maxey would be a nice 1-2 punch, honestly.
So I'm looking. Bucks are 18-1 to win the East right now. I was looking at that when I pulled this up.
18.
Awards.
You can go to the Spurs too, Trey Johnson. I mean, 2 is a stretch, but
so there's nothing for Rookie of the Year. If I had to pick one, what I would pick would be this. I would pick. You can't really pick Dylan Harper, just because if he goes to the Spurs, he's not going to get the ball enough. You know what I mean? Because they have Castle, Wemby, and Fox. So he's not going to get the ball enough. I think there's opportunity because Flagg's going to have to play power forward, I feel. He's going to have to play.
He's not going to be the star of that team.
He's going to have to play a little bit out of position. Let me see. Don't know Harper. I don't want Harper. No Etchgum. Trey Ford makes sense.
What about Jeremiah Fears?
Yeah, Jeremiah Fears makes sense.
Lots of guards, though. You know.
Yeah, if he goes to the Nets, he get some run. God, who's the dude from Washington State? That's who I want.
From what?
Frederick Coward from Washington State, 6'5" guard. That right there, that is my prediction for Rookie of the Year, dude. Going off the beaten path, dude. What do you think about that, my friend?
I'd love to see those odds, but the futures thing is more your alley, my man.
I mean, like, I'm just kind of thinking, like, they had this thing about guys that have like certain, like, a 7'2" wingspan and how good they do, and you know, he fit that, dude. That was him in a nutshell. So we'll look into that. Let's shift our attention over to some bets, but before we get into that, we need to take a look at how bad I was last week betting and how money my boy Bryce was. 3-3 on the show last week. Bryce sweeping the board. He had Jalen Williams under 23.5 points. Missed a front runner over 13.5 points, and Nemhart over 10.5 points. Old Uncle Rico pitched an offer, losing the Thunder minus 4.5. Miles Turner over 1.5 threes, and Matherin over 10.5 points. For the show last week, we were a disappointing 3-3. 3-3 for me. Bryce swept the board. I'll have to pick it up. And yes, I do hate Tyrese Halliburton. I cannot stand him at all. I think he's the biggest front runner in all of the NBA. I'm sorry, but if you talk that much shit and you skip press conferences in the playoffs after you lose, you're a front runner. So let's talk some bets, man. We each have 3. First bet, my man, you're going up to the MKE.
I am. Early start. I did finally get a line for this. When I was looking earlier and I sent it over, there was no lines out, but it is at 3.5 at minus 128 on FanDuel. That's the only place I saw it as of 20 minutes ago. We have Skeens on the mound. Don't really have to talk much about him. And then Mizorowski, let's just take a second to talk about the kid here because I was high on him before he even got his first start. Pitches a no-hitter. Probably wouldn't have went further, but I'm pretty sure he had an injury in that game, like a minor injury, a minor tweak or something, which delayed his second start. And then he had a great second start too. He gave up 1 hit. It was a home run. He walked the guy and then gave up a home run. So he gave up 2 earned runs in 2 starts, and he gave up 1 hit across 2 starts. So he's been absolutely lights out. And these Pittsburgh bats have really not been good. He's already seen 2 teams that hit much better. Minnesota, who they were off to a rocky start, but they've been hitting in the last 30 days. They have been, I'd say, top 10, top 15 bats hands down in the last month. And then you also saw St. Louis. So 2 bats that are much better than Pittsburgh. He should not have a problem with the Pittsburgh bats. They're ranked 24th in batting average in the last 15 days. The only reason I was a little hesitant about this is the Milwaukee bats have been absolutely on fire. And I'm pretty sure, let me double check their game right now. Yeah, they just put up another 9 runs today, so they're not cooling down. But I'm confident enough that Skeens is going to lock that down. He's been doing it his entire career. I think he'll hold his own. He pitches great against good teams. So, yeah, on the first 5 under 3.5. I don't see this going over like 2 runs in the first 5 innings. So that's my first play here.
I like it. I like it. My first one is, and I am staying in that game. I took the Brewers first 5. Yes, I know Skeens is pitching and he's been great, but I got to take Milwaukee here and the values with the bats. Over the past week, the Brewers have been the best team in baseball against right-handed pitching, number 1 in batting average, most runs scored, and most hits. They are rolling right now. The pitch that Skeens leans on the most, the 4-seam fastball. The Brewers are projected to have 5 hitters in their lineup tomorrow with a positive run value against that pitch. You mentioned the kid, Jacob Morowski. He's been insane. 1.64 ERA, 1.84 expected ERA. Opponents hitting just 0.03 against him. 30% batting average against him in 2 starts is insane. His expected average is 184. So even still, his expected average is insane. He's got great stuff. The Pirates offense, they've been in decent form, batting average over the past week, 7th. But when you look at it, they're not scoring, only 19th in runs scored. So they're not cashing in against the live arm like Morowski. I think that inefficiency continues. Here's the kicker. Do you tend to take a guess who has the best ROI in Major League Baseball in the first 5 money line, my friend?
Gonna guess the Brewers.
You are correct. The Milwaukee Brewers, 10.8% ROI. When they're a dog, still 10.8%. But when they face a right-handed pitcher, they are 26, 16, and 4 on the first 5 money line. That's 61.9% with a 15% ROI. When we look at the Pirates, 27, 34, and 19 on the first 5, just 44.3%, negative 9.4% ROI. You have one of the hottest lineups in baseball versus a righty, the best first 5 team all season. I'm getting plus money. For me, this is just an easy one. Give me the Brew Crew plus 115 first 5, my friend. Next one. And look, we both got to. It's like we have same games in the plays in the same game, but different plays. So
I didn't see your second play.
All right, next one, my friend. Lay it on me. Lay it on me, my friend.
Yeah, I'm on the Padres minus 1.5. Now the total, it's interesting because I think the money line is like minus 140, minus 150, but the run line is plus 140. It's because the total is low. I think it's at 7.5. But Mackenzie Gore, he has been very good at home, but very bad away. He's allowing a 268 opponent batting average. He's also been pretty good at night and pretty bad during the day, allowing a 260 batting average. This game is away, and it's during the day, so I think he's going to get hit up a little bit. He's had a rough last 3 starts. He gave up 20 hits in his last 3 starts. That was versus the Dodgers, the Marlins, and the Mets. So three bats that could definitely hit. But the San Diego bats have been very good as of late too, much better than what they were in the beginning of the season. I'd almost categorize them up there with the Marlins and the Mets. And then we have Nick Pivetta on the mound, and his splits are great for San Diego. He's only allowing a 212 opponent batting average at home. He's only allowing a 204 batting average during the day. So those line up great. Those are really, really good splits. He had some struggles this month, but it was versus bats that were much better than Washington. He struggled versus Kansas City when they were hitting, the D-backs and the Dodgers as well. So all those bats, he had some struggles. They're better than Washington in my eyes. I know Washington has they have their moments. I'll give them that. I've cashed some Washington tickets for sure because they're always plus money. But they also have the worst bullpen in the entire league, and San Diego has the 6th best in the league. So huge advantage for San Diego. I'll also add that 4 of San Diego's last 5 wins were by 2 or more runs. So to get crazy value at plus 140, I'd rather put a unit on San Diego minus 1.5 at plus 140 than the opposite. So, I'm on San Diego minus 1.5. What do you have for me?
I took the Nationals plus 122 on the first 5. Even though I spelled first 5 wrong because I was
They can both hit.
Look, they can both hit and we can both make money. So you know what? Hopefully that's what we do. Nationals first 5. Pavetta's overall numbers 7-2, as you mentioned, 1.08 WHIP, 3.64 ERA. But when we look at his last month, 5.7, 5.97 ERA, 1.3 WHIP. His last start against the Royals, 11.74 ERA, 1.72 WHIP. When we look at the Nationals over the last 7 days, 15th in batting average, 9th in runs scored, 6th in total hits against right-handed pitching. So they're entering this matchup in good form. Pavetta leads heavily on the four-seam fastball. James Wood has been a stud against that pitch this year. 10 run value per StatCast, 380 against it. Also, Pavetta, 4.01 expected ERA. When we look at Mackenzie Gore for the Nationals, 3.19 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 3.29 ERA, 1.17 WHIP over the last month. So basically his form is maintained facing the Padres. And when we look at the Padres for the year, they are bottom 10 against left-handed pitchers. They only have 4 hitters with a positive run value against Gore's primary pitch, which is the four-seam fastball. When we look at the trends, Padres minus 8.8% ROI, first 5 against lefties, minus 11% ROI. Like the matchup, like the trend. So I'm taking the Nationals here, plus 122 on the first 5. So look, as you said, we can both hit. Both hit. You know what? So that's a plus. So next bet,
let Nationals bullpen blow it, and we could both be happy. There we go.
And that would be great for me because I'll be honest, like, I don't know what your strategy is in betting baseball. I bet a lot more first 5s than I do full games.
Oh, me too.
Just because
100%.
I just want to take the bullpen completely out of it. Like, absolutely just completely out of it and not have to worry about that crap.
Yeah, or to be vice versa. I think it's easier to isolate a first 5 for sure with a starting pitcher against a certain lineup. But at the same time, like here, I thought that San Diego had if it didn't seem even, San Diego had a little bit of an edge in my eyes with the starting pitching, but they have a huge bullpen edge. So if anything, it made me play the full game versus the first 5. But there's plenty of times where I'm only on the first 5 for multiple reasons because I don't even want to deal with the bullpens. I'll talk about it in my next play here, actually.
Next one, you have the NL Cy Young Award winner going on the mound for the Phillies. Lay it on me.
Yeah, I'm on the Phillies first 5, -0.5. I got it at -115 on Hard Rock Bets. It's a 1.5 unit play for me, too. I really, really like it. I know the Houston bats have been very good for a long time now, but so has Zach Wheeler, and he's also been seeing good bats. In June, he saw the Mets, he saw Toronto, he saw the Cubs, and he only allowed 11 hits and 2 earned runs across all 3 of those games. So I don't care that the Houston bats have been hitting. Zach Wheeler's been shutting down good bats, arguably his entire career. So not worried about that. And even if he gives up a run or 2, I think Philly absolutely crushes Colton Gordon, who's allowed a 294 batting average at home, a 302 batting average at night, and a 314 batting average versus righties, which this Philly lineup has been very righty heavy. As of now, they're expecting 8 righties in their lineup for tomorrow. Obviously, it's not confirmed, but with these splits, I don't see why they wouldn't throw 8 out there. He's also been pitching versus bad bats. He saw the Athletics, Minnesota, which pretty decent bats, especially the way they've been hitting. I just mentioned it in my first play. Minnesota's been hitting a little bit, but then Cleveland. So those are his last 3 starts. Neither of those bats compare to what Philly's doing right now. They've been crushing the ball. Now here we go with the bullpens. Houston has a major bullpen advantage. So, and Philly's bullpen has not been great this entire season. I'm not even going to touch the bullpens. Keeping it Philly first 5 on the run line. I like it a lot. It might be my best bet of the day. I haven't looked at all the games yet, but love it.
And he got laced up last outing out. I'm just looking at it right now. I mean, Jesus.
Colton Gordon?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Got smoked.
The last time that he allowed less than 5 hits in a game was March 10th.
March 10th.
I mean, 5 innings, 7 hits against the Athletics, 6 innings, 6 hits against the Twins, 5-7 against the Guardians, 5-5 against the Rays, 5-7, 5-5.
I give you the benefit of the doubt only looking at the last three.
I mean, like, I'm just looking at the big picture.
Stinks.
It's like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whip is high too. So I like this one a lot. No, I am not on the Rockies tomorrow. I gave Rockies the nickname. They are America's team in my eyes, dude. I hit them at plus. I think I hit them.
I saw that. I saw your action
against. Oh my God, the Braves. I mean, they are America's team, dude. And I'm going to be out there in a couple weeks for a game. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, nice.
But I'm going to Detroit. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Like, I was going to go to San Diego to watch the Padres. I had this huge trip planned. Huge trip, dude. Huge trip. Flying out to the Padres. Friday night going to the Padres game. Saturday going to Del Mar. About ready to book the ticket. My brother texted me, "Hey, are you around the first weekend of March? I'm coming. First weekend of August, I'm coming out." Oh, sweet. I guess I'm not going to San Diego now. Thanks a lot.
Hey, I love my brother, but I would have been like, I'm not available. You can go on this trip with me, though, if you want to go on a road trip.
So I'm going to go out to Denver. I don't know when. I got to figure that out, though. Go out to Denver. My next one, I'm going to Detroit. Give me do I call them the Sacramento A's? Give me the Las Vegas A's, Sacramento A's, whatever you want to call them. Plus 130 on the first 5. This is strictly a fade of Jack Flaherty, who's been absolutely awful this season. 5-8, 4.83 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. Digging into his advanced numbers, pitching run value -3 puts him in the 31st percentile per StatCast. Fastball throws at 46% of the time, -2 run value. Not exactly fooling anyone with that pitch. He's gotten worse over the last month. 7.58 ERA, a 1.53 WHIP. Look at his last 2 starts. 2.71 ERA and a 19.29 ERA and a 2.71 WHIP. On the flip side, A's lineup actually matches up pretty well here. They've got 10 different hitters. Positive run value against the fastball, which Flaherty leans on the most, even from the betting angle. In June, Flaherty -18.7% ROI on first 5. A's on the road this year, 10.4% ROI on the first 5. Bottom line, this is a pitcher in terrible form. I'm getting plus money, and the matchup favors the A's bats. Give me the Oakland, Sacramento, Las Vegas, whatever the hell you want to call them, A's, plus 130 on the first 5. Who's been dealing this season? Nolo is a struggle bus. Where are your feelings in your guys' these days? So Dan's a long time. I'll tell you what, dude. When Nolo first came up, I was flashing on that kid like no other. This year, he's been absolutely brutal. Woo's been a first 5 magnet for me. And another thing, like Sobet, like I was in that little competition.
Yeah.
Totally effed up, dude. I totally effed up that competition. I'll explain to you when we're done how I effed that up, but Woo would have won me that competition.
Really? Dude, I was in a couple of those too. I'll forget to post one day on there, and then I'm out.
Yeah. And but yeah, Woo's been doing great. The new guy that's on the list is Shane Smith. Absolutely love that kid. So Shane Smith and Brian Woo this year are my 2 dudes. Last time you're on, we cashed
Shane Smith.
I'll
add something to your A's play too, because I was looking at this game because from bird's eye view, the numbers don't look great for Jacob Lopez, but you look at his last 3 starts, it's been absolutely lights out. You saw Houston, Kansas City, and Baltimore, and he gave up 1 earned run across all 3 of those games. So more juice to add in your favor there. I only know that because I was just looking at it earlier, debating on throwing it on here as one of my plays, and then I found the Phillies play, and I was like, no, I gotta throw the Phillies on there.
You gotta take the Phillies, dude. You gotta take the Phils, dude. I absolutely love the Phils. The one I'm gonna get dirty with is Thursday. I'm gonna fade Kershaw, and I'm gonna take the Rockies first 5. That's gonna be the one.
That's your Rockies bet.
That's the Rockies bet for the show. Thursday, 2:10 Central Time. Give me the Rockies first 5. You want to be really amazed over the last 20 years. What pitcher has the best ROI in the first 5?
Dude, I don't know. 20 years ago, I was freaking 7.
No, over the last 20 years, like the 20 years last sample size.
No clue.
Austin Gober, who's going to be on the mound for the Colorado Rockies, dude.
Never would have guessed that in a million years.
I never would have guessed that either, my man. Austin freaking Gober. Jake, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your day, coming on, talking a little MLB. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you and if they're interested in your Discord, how the cost, all the whole 9 yards, my friend.
Yeah, no, always a pleasure to be on here. You can always find me on X right here at Money Badger, at Money Badger Bets. My name on there is Money Badger Jake. Part of the Better Process Discord. We have a couple cappers in there. It's $5 for your first month, so you can get access for $5. Pretty good deal. You get access to all of the cappers. We share some data sheets. We share wind reports, all that fun stuff. We offer a lot of value where you, as regular people tailing cappers, can also form your own opinions based on the data that we find. So we do the work for you there. But yeah, really X. I'll share a couple free plays every single day on X. My full card will be in the Better Process Discord. And then we also chat it up in there all the time, hop on some community talks, and it's a good time. So feel free to go check it out. My DMs are always open if anyone has any questions or just wants to talk ball. I'm all for it. So feel free to reach out whenever.
Make sure to give my boy a follow. We'll be back next week. Guys, it's a cup of coffee. It's cheaper than a cup of coffee. Jesus, dude. Cheaper than a cup of coffee.
Hey, the coffee prices are only going up. And our price is staying the same. So we're beating inflation.
Instead of driving through Starbucks, getting that mocha with 2 pumps of caramel or whatever,
just get 1 pump.
Just get 1 pump and buy my boys package. We'll talk soon. We will talk soon, my friend. Best of luck in your bets. I'm sure we'll be texting, talking some shit during the National Padres game. Best of luck, man. Look forward to having you on soon, bro.
Thank you.